I'm Rick Kaler. Thanks for joining me. Well, do you want to add $500,000 or more to your retirement nest egg? If you do, pay attention to fees that mutual funds charge you for investing your money. Few small investors understand that the same mutual fund can charge you a wide range of fees depending on the share class that you select. Now, for most Americans, the best way to build wealth is to live on less than you make and invest between 15 and 35%, sometimes as high as 50% of your paycheck into mutual funds. It's essential to find funds that are diversified amongst 5 or more asset classes. Once you've found a mutual fund with a mix of appropriate asset classes, there's one more choice to make. What class of shares should you buy? The most popular classes are A, B, and I shares. However, a lot of funds offer even more classes like C, F, and R shares. The difference between these classes has nothing to do with the underlying management or structure or investments of the mutual fund. All share classes own the same stocks or bonds. The difference lies in the fees that you pay the mutual fund for their services and for the commissions to the brokers who sell you the funds. Many A shares and almost all B, C, F, and R shares impose a sales commission, often called a load. These are based on the amount that you invest. So, for example, A shares usually charge one-time commission ranging from 2, 3 to upwards near 6%. With B shares, there's no upfront commission, but they will charge you a stiff penalty to sell your funds in the early years and impose an additional annual commission, often ranging from 0.25% to 1% a year. Some discount brokers will waive the upfront commission on A shares for their customers. Typically, the best shares to purchase are the I class shares, which don't have any commissions associated with them and offer the lowest management fees of any other share class. Now, the downside is that I shares often require a minimum investment ranging from $10,000 to upwards near $1 million. Financial advisors, though, often have relationships with discount brokers like TD Ameritrade or Schwab, which allow them to purchase the shares for their clients in smaller amounts. For example, some of the funds that we can get into have $1 million minimums, but we can buy them as low as with a $500 purchase. Now, it pays to compare fees. For example, a comparison of the fees available at the website of finra.org/fundanalyzer, ZER, shows that a $10,000 investment in the Invesco S&P 500 index funds A shares will cost you $129 a year, while the same investment in the C shares will run you $163. Now, if instead you invested in the Fidelity Spartan 500 index fund, you pay just $11.50 annually, which is over 1% less for the same exact investments than the Invesco A shares. Now, it's surprising what a 1% savings means to your retirement nest egg. According to the study by the Vanguard Group by Jack Howe in smartmoney.com, if a 25-year-old saves 9% of his pay in a mutual fund, paying 0.25% a year in expenses versus 1.25% a year, a savings of 1%, that amounts to having an additional $500,000 by age 65. So while 1% doesn't sound like too much, it's a big deal over a long period of time when it comes to investing. Now, with all that said, most investors don't have either the knowledge or the time to construct a diversified portfolio of mutual funds that will carry them through to retirement. Paying a fee or commission for the advice can ultimately save you a lot of money. There are advisors who will help small investors select investments for an hourly or a flat fee. Others charge fees based on the size of your portfolio, which can range from 0.3% to 1.5%. While you can't control the markets or the fate of individual companies, you can control what you pay in fees and taxes. That can add up to a lot over a lifetime of investing. Thanks for joining me.